Every morning, a war begins, but it's the one fought in your mind, and it happens before your feet ever touch the floor. You negotiate with discipline, and you bargain with all of your responsibilities. But 2,000 years ago, a Roman legionnaire woke up not to negotiate, but to the words Memento Mori. That's the chasm between the casual and the truly committed. See, most men, whether they know it or not, they begin to die right after 25 years old. They drift. They're carried by the currents of reaction, not the deliberate pull of choice. Their moods, their habits, and their fleeting impulses are the forces that shape their days. And when you don't have clear rules for yourself, your actions become a jumbled mess. Soon, your self-respect withers and doubt takes hold. Even simple tasks feel like heavy burdens because your own inner world is tangled in self-created contradictions. I know this reality. I've lived it myself. I've been where you are. There were stretches in my life that were dark, and I drifted. I let life carve my path, not the other way around, until a brutal truth hit me that if I didn't forge my own internal code, the world with all its chaotic demands would enforce its rules upon me. And you're here because you feel that same uneasy truth stirring inside of you. You sense the erosion and the loss of self, and you're damn right to feel it. But the good news is that a solution exists. It's not fleeting motivation. It's not gurus or accountability partners to hold your hand. This power originates from deep inside you. It's the unyielding anchor that is called your Memento Mori. This isn't a performance. It's your standard, and it's your private code that will guide your actions regardless of your motivation or your circumstances. When you create your own Memento Mori, it's not just necessary, it's going to be your personal matter of honor that you will carry through the rest of your life. So let's take a step back for just a minute. What is Memento Mori? It's a Latin phrase, and it means remember you will die. It's a fundamental operating principle that was etched into every ancient Roman legion. They didn't think of this idea as fear-based, though. They forged it into an instrument of absolute clarity and purpose. Take a step back and picture this. A Roman general, after winning a marvelous war, would ride his chariot right back into Rome with adoring crowds. He was like the celebrity of his era, at the zenith of his power, and a servant would be in the chariot with him, and he would whisper, Memento Mori, Memento Mori, over and over in the general's ear. And it wasn't a curse, it was a gift. It cut through the general's ego, through the noise of the cheering crowds, the mobs of Rome, and it reminded him that even the most powerful man of his time was finite. His life was a precious, dwindling flame in the wind. Every breath, every decision counted. And it's not about being morbid or gloomy. It's about being serious about this game of life. It's about knowing that your time here is limited, so you have to make every single day count. You don't get to waste it reacting to whatever pops up. You have to choose how you live and how you act. That's the heart of Memento Mori. The path to becoming a stranger to yourself is not paved with intentions. It's laid stone by stone. And here's how it works. Every time you surrender to comfort or seduction or laziness or fatigue or even the pressure of other weak men, this is death by 1,000 slices. And it's a slow erosion into entropy. And you forsake the man that you could become. Think about a Roman soldier after a grueling march or a brutal skirmish. His absolute duty would be to erect a fortified camp. Now, had that Roman soldier said, I'm too tired, I think I'll just go to sleep on the ground, you know what he would do? The entire legion would be under threat because of his weakness. His survival was their survival. They depended on each other without fail. So without rules for yourself, your mind just wants to take the easy route, what feels good, with unearned dopamine. And even if it messes up your long-term goals, have you ever put off launching a business because of a personal issue that came out unexpectedly, or maybe you skipped the gym. I want you to say yes in the comments below if that describes you. See, this isn't just about feeling tired though. This is your mental command center breaking down. It's the part of your brain that should control impulse. It's what sees the long game in your life, your purpose. Your decisions become raw reflex, not reasoned strategy. But when you learn to move like a Roman legionnaire, like a general, without giving over to your impulses, then you understand how to create your own Memento Mori code. Okay, so here's why having this works so well. Your mind has two ways of making choices. The first way is super fast. It's automatic, it's emotional, and it's impulsive. Think of it like a reflex. The other way is slower. It's careful, it's smart, and it thinks things through logically. Most people rely too much on that fast emotional method of thinking because they haven't built up the slower, more thoughtful way. So when you build your Memento Mori code, it's like training that smart, careful part of your brain ahead of time. So when problems pop up in your life, you automatically act based on your deepest values, not just how you feel in that moment when you're making the decision. Your Memento Mori isn't a vague ideal. It's a precise, unyielding set of commands that you embed into your very being. It helps you live without negotiating every single day with your discipline. These rules are going to annihilate those internal arguments that drain your mental capacity. And they're going to free up a vast reservoir of energy. So here's how you truly forge your destiny. This idea isn't new at all. Plato and Aristotle, who lived long before the Roman Empire was even at its peak, they understood that without rules inside themselves, people become slaves to their emotions. Aristotle taught that good qualities, like being brave or being honest, aren't just values that you believe, they're habits. You do them over and over until you become like that. It's automatic, just like your breathing is. So your Memento Mori code is how you train these good qualities into who you are. It's how you become a man of character. Without clear rules inside your mind, you waste energy on small, meaningless micro decisions. You could think to yourself, should I launch my business now or just scroll my phone for hours? Should I go to the gym today or just chill? And when it's time to make those important decisions, your mental gas tank suffers decision fatigue. A Memento Mori code solves this. It gets rid of all those little inner arguments and it makes your life simpler. When you're tired, or if you don't feel like it, or when you're tempted, you simply follow your internal code. There's no debate and there's no second guessing. Remember, just saying you believe in something isn't enough. Think about the vast majority of experts or professors who lecture from the safety of the sidelines. They'll teach you about building empires, yet they never risk their own capital. They never face the daily grind of an entrepreneur with no safety net and nothing to fall back on. They have no skin in the game, just theoretical exercises. This is the precise danger with abstract values. When you say you care about loyalty or discipline, it means nothing until the moment of truth. It's like a general who preaches courage from the rear guard, then he vanishes when bullets start to fly. But when you focus on Memento Mori, it will tear away all this hypocrisy. A potent internal code takes these grand ideas like discipline, integrity, and courage, and it hammers them into your daily activity. It's not about saying you value discipline. It's about becoming discipline itself. It becomes the bedrock of who you are, the fabric of your being. This is the Roman concept of virtus. It means manliness, excellence, courage in action, not just noble thoughts, but unwavering discipline. Think about Roman laws. Laws weren't argued and debated every time someone broke them. No, they were enforced, and your Memento Mori code works the same way. When your actions consistently match your code, you identify who you are. And then that makes you grow stronger and stronger without negotiations or debates. You become the man you say you are. You become a man of virtus. Okay, so how do you actually build this powerful Memento Mori code internally. It starts very simple. Just like a Roman general laying out his plans for the next day's march, he would start with a pen and a paper, and he would clearly write down 3 to 5 specific rules. These should be short rules. They should be precise and easy to remember, and they have to come from inside you, from what you believe is important, not someone else's rules like your parents or your teachers. They reflect that deep understanding that your time is limited on this earth. So every single action must count. So to give you some ideas, let's look at examples that echo the spirit of the Roman legions, the men with Memento Mori at their core. Number 1, first rule, never complain. A true legionnaire handled pain and discomfort no matter what, without complaining about it. He didn't whine or moan unless it led directly to taking action. Think of the Stoic great thinkers like Seneca or Epictetus. These words were important to many Romans, including emperors like Marcus Aurelius. They taught that you control your reaction to things, not the things themselves. If you complain, you're surrendering your power to an external force. You're showing weakness, and a legionnaire could never afford weakness because weakness meant death. Number 2 rule, start every day like a general leading his troops. This means that you begin each morning knowing that people count on you. Maybe you read something important, or you exercise, or you just sat quietly and meditated and planned your day. You need to do this consistently before the outside world rushes in and tries to take over your mind. The legionnaires often marched and trained before dawn. They didn't wait for the day to happen to them. They took it. This is your morning drill. This is your plan for attack on the day. And the third rule, don't explain your standards to small minds. Once you've set up this internal code, stop trying to justify it to people who don't share your code or who even understand Memento Mori. Think of a Roman centurion. He didn't explain his orders to every soldier who questioned them. No, he gave the order and it was followed. So protect your clarity and your honesty without saying sorry. Just like the legions held their ground, hold your ground. Your code is for you, no one else. So these examples aren't just a checklist to copy. Your Memento Mori must reflect who you truly are, your beliefs, your personality, and your ambitions. It will demand brutal honesty about your life, and it will have to survive real hardships because life is malevolent and hardships are guaranteed to happen to you. A Roman's duties served one thing, though. They served Rome. Your code is going to serve yourself, and it's going to serve your greatest self. Once you set your code, your only rule is to follow it. You might change it a little bit, sometimes as you learn and you grow and you adapt to life, but while it's active, there's no negotiations and no making deals with yourself. Over time, living by your personal code, your Memento Mori becomes easy and natural. Those internal negotiations will fade away and your decision-making will become autonomous and smooth. That's the amazing power of having Memento Mori as your guiding true north in your life. It's how you turn your good intentions into real actions and how you turn clear vision into reliable habits. This is how you change the entire fabric of your life to being and not just doing. But the clock is running out. Your time is finite. That's the liberating truth of repeating Memento Mori to yourself. It demands that you stop waiting, stop drifting. This is the path to mastery, to self-ownership, and it begins right now. Forging this code is not a suggestion. It's a fundamental duty to your future self. So grab a pen and write your code. Commit to it with the resolve of a Roman legionnaire. Then live it every breath and every choice. Then what's going to happen is you're going to witness the unwavering man that you become. A man of purpose, a man of action, a man who truly lives because he remembers that he too will die. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a comment below if you're committed to your own personal code and Memento Mori, and check out my last video by clicking right here.